the same the other way around? Like if you've been in an extended period of time in one position, do the people that you're observing start to realise that someone's there, or is it just the fact that you're just feeding back information and they never really get a sense of it?
They know you're there. They can't see you, and they look for that one shot. So that one shot, they disperse. They hate that one shot. So what I used to do is tell my support to open up with the G machine gun and to disguise my one shot.
Okay. So that creates a load of
noise,
chaos, and then your one shot slips through and does what it's meant to do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Otherwise you don't hit your target. It's all about thinking of what on the battlefield, you know.
So you had quite a lot of, influence over how everyone was working then, I guess, didn't you? If you could command and direct people to do different things.
Well, you think the naked eyeball to a times 50 skit scope magnification on it. You know, I could look at you at 1,000 yards and you're like this to me, you know, or a person with a naked eyeball looking that far would be going, oh, has he got a gun? Has he got a gun? I'll look at it and goes, yeah, he has got a gun, you know, so.
And when you talk there about obviously the 250 metres, that makes me think immediately of the thing that you're very famous for, which is holding the world record for the longest shot. Do you mind talking us through that?
No, not at all. It was, now I had 12 guys at this point because some of them had been injured. And
how many did it start with?
16.
Right, so 4 of them had come off the battlefield.
Yeah, even my officer. So I was doing an officer's job as well as a sergeant's job. And it was, you know, I had loads of things on my mind, you know, because an officer has to do a lot of stuff as well behind the scenes. Well, anyway, this op was going on, and it was in a place called Talajan, and this village was well renowned for Taliban, well renowned. And the British Army were mixing with the Afghan Army to teach them soldiering skills. And I remember being on the high ground because the Afghan Army wouldn't move without support. So as soon as they saw vehicles on the high ground, it sort of gave them that fluffy feeling that they could walk into a village full of the Taliban.
Because you're looking over the top.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and you could see them. And from my position, I could see everything keying up. And the patrol was walking towards the village itself, and I could see all the Taliban queuing up for the attack. I had Icon with me, same again, the interpreter, and I'm going what they're saying. He's relaying to me. You can see the patrol coming. They're waiting to get to the kill zone. Now the kill zone would be a box or a field or anything where there's no cover, there's nowhere to run or anything like that, and they just open up and cause as much devastation as possible to that patrol. And I saw a glimmer of what the fuck's that in the distance? So I've got my scope. Now everybody thinks when I did my shot, I was laying down. I wasn't, I was stood up.
Oh, holding?
Yeah, I was,
right.
Yeah, I was leaning against a compound wall and I was pushing forward with my arm to hold the bipod because the walls are made out of cow shit, mud and straw. So every time I fired my weapon, a big chunk of wall would fall down from the shockwave. So I was holding my bipod with my hand.
Which spins the bipod?
Would be that holds the rifle up.
Right. So you're supporting that?
I'm supporting that with my hand. Yeah, because the wall was just crumbling away, you know. And I saw a glimmer in the distance. So I looked for my scope, and I could just make out a guy with a radio talking. So what I did, I fired one shot. Didn't get nowhere fucking near him. You know, I could see it fall. So I fired another shot. Fell. How far is he? So I got my laser binoculars out and lasered it, and it just came out lines. So it's beyond.
And how far did they go? The laser? How far would that have read from?
Easy 1,500, 1,800 yards.
Right.
Laser too. You know, and I thought I'm out of here, so I put them down like. And I said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bracket. So I put my scope on medium magnification, so I got a bigger, wider picture of the battlefield. And I fired one shot. Then I fired another, then I looked up, fired another. No, I call it lobbing in. I was lobbing in the rounds, and my 9th shot hit the compound wall, and I could see the splash of this compound wall. And the Icon went quiet, and I thought, then he spoke up. And I said, what's he saying? And he's saying, that he can't direct the Taliban onto the patrol because he's getting shot at from somewhere, and that person was me. You know, that one shot. So I left it there, went back to my other job, what I was doing. and I engaged multiple targets in this village.
So at this point, your group are under a heavy attack.
Yeah.
So they're all attacking, and basically the guy with the walkie-talkie was the one that was telling them what to
Was
do.
orchestrating that attack.
Right.
And it's quite hard as a sniper to keep your mind straight, because you're watching people get injured, you're watching people die on the battlefield, and you've got to keep your composure and not snatch that trigger, not get fucking angry. You're meant to stay calm, keep your breath calm, keep your heart rate down. That's what it's all about, and keeping your mind. And that's all your training comes together to do that, you know. And I engage multiple targets. Now, my spotter was my driver, and I quickly talked him through the spotted scope, and he tapped me on the shoulder. He goes, "There's somebody over there." And I looked over, and I could see somebody in the far distance, about 600 yards away. And I thought he was a marker, and I thought we're going to get flanked in a minute. They know, because I fired 9 shots, and you're only meant to fire three to 1 shot, and then move position.
Right, got you.
You know, before they find your location.
So you've done triple the amount.
Oh, yeah, massively. And I turned around, killed him, put him down, and it turned out not to be a marker. What he had done, he had knocked the head off the oil well, a water pump, and it flooded all the irrigation ditch. So where the fight was happening in the kill zone was just like a quagmire now, because it was just all filling up with water. So I thought to myself, what do I do? Because I'm doing a sergeant's job, officer's job. I got to think on the hoof now. I've got to really think. So I said, I'll take my vehicles down. I'll stay on the high ground, and I sent 3 vehicles down to act as a buffer between the patrol and the village. So like a barricade, so they can get them injured out and they're dead out.
Are they still under fire at this point?
Yeah, they are, yeah.
God.
And then my lads are opening up on there, and I'm still engaging targets. Now, it went all quiet, all right? And when I did my 9 shots, that was about 11 o'clock in the morning. This is now about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
We're still fighting. Now, a normal engagement, they do a thing called shoot and scoop. It lasts for seconds, you know, and they fuck off. They open up again somewhere else and they fuck off, you know, shoot and scoop tactics. And the engagement, you think in your head it's lasted for ages, you know, but it's only lasted for 5 to 10 minutes. This lasted until 2 o'clock and it went all quiet. And I thought, right, so I got on the radio and I said to my lads, come back. The patrol now are in safe ground. You know, they're tended to their injured and they're dead. I can't see the Taliban anymore. So I took on my vehicles to extract back. And as I looked at my vehicles coming back from my scope, all I could hear do-do-do-do. And I thought, where's that coming from? And I could see splash marks in the water around my vehicles. And all the lads were on the ground, you know, taking cover. And I thought, where the fuck's that coming from? So I checked all my firing points and I couldn't find anything. The only thing I didn't check is in the distance. So I looked up and I could see 2 Taliban behind a machine gun called a PKM machine gun, belt-fed Russian machine gun. And it was just hoovering down rounds onto my lads. So I thought, fuck. So I looked at my lads, what got hit, and I thought, right, I've got to think.